Well, I'm Gillian McDonald, Stuart and Matthew's mum.
And I'm Craig, I'm Stuart Matthew's dad.
Stuart and Matthew are twins, identical twins, who look very much like the Proclaimers. Like Craig said, they're 17, soon to be 18. We discovered that they had Fragile X when they were 10.
Stuart Matthew's biggest challenge is learning disability and the inability to read and write. One of the big things that we were really keen on at primary school was that Stuart Matthew were not in a different school. They were in a split placement because that worked for them, learning support versus the local school. But it was important. Stuart Matthew's strengths were about peer interaction and sociability, that's a word, social interaction and friendliness and local town, all that. And that was really important to keep.
The boys went to mainstream school with an auxiliary in the mainstream classes, and there was just a few lessons that they were then taken into the learning support department and taught as a group. And because Stuart and Matthew could behave in school and behave when they were in the classroom, they kind of maybe got bypassed quite a bit for the children who didn't behave. I mean, we had tutors, like a tutor coming in twice a week, and looking back on it now, it was just an awful time because they got quite stressed and they obviously felt that they probably couldn't do what they were being asked to do, so therefore that would maybe like come out as an anger, you know, and sort of a lash out. And I remember having a conversation with one of the teachers that said, you know, their brain is having to work so much harder just to be in school and to be, you know, for them to operate within the boundaries of school, that when they get home, they just want to do chill and do nothing. And then one day they could do it and everything was brilliant, and then the next day you couldn't. You know, it just wasn't there. And it was a, you know, really stressful time. And as soon as we stopped it, you know, when they sort of finished primary 7, I think we just thought, right, we'll just have a wee rest and see how, and they were just completely different.
High school has been really inclusive, hasn't it, for Stuart Matthew? Definitely.
Primary school was, everything was a struggle, and a bit of a battle to get support. We went through the transition to high school, and the boys were ready to go to high school, but I found that a really stressful time because I didn't know how they were going to be. So and in the end, they took it all in their stride,
and
it was me that had the issues.
We also probably in primary school, we used to get really hung up about their inability to read and their inability to write, and therefore learning support was about, we need to learn to read this and we need to practice your writing. That actually slowly became less, I don't know if it became less relevant, it's quite the right thing to say, but it probably did actually. And actually as they went to high school, what was important and what high school did very well was all the social, practical aspects of day-to-day living.
But we actually had gone in and Craig had spoken to the learning support department and told them about Fragile X, which then people stopped me in the street to say that was really helpful, it was really great, kind of we knew what we had an idea how to deal with the boys when they came to high school. But one of the things that the school did fairly recently, because the boys they're huge football fans, they did a project about hearts, and they had was this last year when they went up?
Yeah, last season.
They had a big table that was up on the wall, and every week they went in and they updated it, and they had all the players' shirts, all their numbers and names, all sort of round this table, and that was obviously a part of a project that they were doing. And at the end of it, they went to Tynecastle and had a tour of Tynecastle with John Robertson, and
Used to play for Hearts.
and that I just felt was
Fab.
people going beyond the Call of Duty, really.